bored. 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 Bored out of my mind. Bored out of my mind.
Ravage, enough.
Well, what do you expect out of me, Master Mephiles? I'm bored! Why do I even have to accompany you two to this stupid island anyway?
Because I need both you and Viper to assist me on this task. Besides, we won't be gone long, and Silence can keep things in order until we get back. I guess that goes to show that he trusts a mute person more than you. In fact, I'd say that's pretty much the only reason why you're coming with us. Because Mephiles can't leave you alone for 2 seconds without you doing anything stupid.
Oh, why don't you just go back to your little snake pit and play with your little reptilian friends? You know, Viper, when it comes to your little boyfriend here, you're quite a bum kisser.
Perhaps, but at least I'm a loyal one. Enough, both of you. Yes, sir.
Fine. But can you at least tell us why we're going to this stupid island to begin with?
Simple. There is something there that we need to get rid of. Something that needs to be exposed of in order to assure our victory.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna get something to us. Into each other we put our trust. Standing united after the fight is done.
Ooh. Can't believe how easy it was to follow along unnoticed. Now then, Mr. Mephili, let's see what you're up to. So here it is.
That's it? We came all this way for that?
Oh, Mephiles, sir! Speak, what are the results? I wish I could say they're favorable, but I've sent in, what, half a dozen troops, and none of them have made it out yet. I think it's pretty obvious that so far our efforts to get what's inside of that temple have been non-effective. You're in there. I can sense you. All this trouble over a dull landmark. Although, it is quite interesting.
Interesting? You call that rock up there interesting? For crying out loud, a single Lego brick has more to say about itself than that!
Perhaps, but that Lego brick is at least from this country. I mean, take a look around yourself. All these structures and ancient material and buildings. This is Egyptian stuff. I don't know about you, but I'd say a lot of this architecture is a long way from home. Think about it. It is quite odd that something like this would be placed near Phoenix University.
I suppose that is a good eye.
Mephiles, permission to go in there and retrieve the card myself? No. I will not waste any more troops on this assignment, and I cannot risk losing any of my admins. You two remain here and make sure that nothing else gets inside that building. I will approach this matter on my own. Oh. And Viper, if I'm not out in more than an hour, you know what to do. Yes, sir.
Seriously? He just wants us to wait here? What was the point of bringing me along?
I already told you, he clearly doesn't trust you on your own. I doubt that he'd want to leave you to your own devices for too long.
Oh, and he trusts a cold-blooded baloney like yourself?
Of course he does. I'm his first admin, the original, and the most powerful.
And clearly he's the most lazy. I mean, I haven't seen you battle in a single duel since we first met.
That's because I know not to waste my energy on pointless scoundrels like you.
Well, I'm wondering why I'm wasting my time following someone like him.
You dare say that about Master Mephiles after everything he's done for you. After everything he's done for all of us. He gave you this power, and he can easily take it away. It's that simple.
Perhaps. But that depends if the one who gave it is still around to take it away.
What's that supposed to mean?
Think about it, Viper. I mean, no other organization member has made it out of there yet. So if Mephiles doesn't return, perhaps we should consider a world without him.
Oh? And who do you suggest would be a better replacement?
Well, now that you mention it, I don't really want to brag, but...
You know what? Forget I asked. Don't answer that. It's a stupid question. Talk about high school drama. Although, they do have a point. This building does look a bit out of place. Now that I think about it, a few things there kinda look like they're from the synchro dimension. But this is the pendulum dimension, so what are they doing here? Something tells me that there's more to this temple than meets the eye. Ash. Whoever this being is, he must be a remarkably powerful foe. Hello, O Great One! Who disturbs my slumber? This is the dual spirit that is destined to give me so much grief in my goals? Perhaps so, and you must be Mephiles, leader of the Organization of the Forgotten, destroyer of the Superior. How'd you know that? Oh, I know everything. And I mean everything. I'm just messing with you. No, your organization members just wouldn't shut the heck up about you. That and me and my brothers have the ability to look into people's pasts. It's sort of a gift. A pretty handy gift when you want to judge someone who wants to claim you. Do you honestly think that I came all this way to claim you? Wrong. I came here for one thing and one thing only. To destroy you. And your brothers. So you don't get in my way. Yeah, I've heard it before from your admins. You know, they're just flat out cut and paste. It's just, I live to obey Mephiles. I owe Mephiles my life for saving me. I will destroy you in the name of Mephiles. Their pasts are all the same. It's so boring. I think you, on the other hand, will be a bit more fun. What? Yeah, I mean, you're the leader of this so-called Organization of the Forgotten. I'd like to see what you're all about. I swear by Ra's hand you are not doing that. Sorry, man. Kind of a requirement. The Christ has spoken! Ah! Ugh. What power! I never imagined that... Wait. I know that place. It's... That's right! Your original home. The Evolution Dimension. Yeah, pretty snazzy. Although, not really big on the whole perfection streak that it's obsessed with. But hey, this is where your little sad situation all began. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is my true form. Pretty impressive, don't you think? Come on, admit it. I'm impressive. Probably the most impressive god card you've ever seen. No? Alright, fine. Let's just get into your sad backstory. Observe. Ah! Oops. Yeah, that's too far back. Let's just skip ahead a little. There we go. Ugh, I swear. That's the... what, 10th time I've lost with this stupid deck? Honestly, how does anyone expect to win with this dumb thing? Why would they even make it to begin with? Oh, come on, it wasn't so bad. I mean, you were somewhat close this time. Then again, you probably would have won if you didn't draw that stupid card. I'll say, this stupid thing, it's all this piece of garbage's fault. Why would they even print something so worthless? Oh, you know, I've heard of this brand new deck that came out. It's actually very meta-relevant. I mean, not only that, but it's also a very cheap deck, so it's easy to get. Really? Of course. If you just trash this stupid one and get that one, then I'm sure you'll be able to get your grades up. After all, by the sounds of it, it looks like you'll need it. Ugh, I know. The last time I took a dueling exam, it was not pretty, let me tell you. My teacher said if I did that again, I'd be expelled. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Come on, I'll show you where you can get it. Alright, first things first, though. I'm gonna get rid of this stupid piece of rubbish. No, not this. I swear, when I finally trash this deck, I'm gonna start winning again. No! Eesh. Intense. I mean, he expected he hated that deck, but I didn't expect he hated it that much. I mean, if he didn't rip those cards apart, he just threw them into bloomin' sea. Then again, I guess I somewhat can't blame him. I mean, Jesus Christ, I think Digital Bugs would have been a better deck. Oh, shut up! Those were my friends! Perhaps, but he didn't seem to care. And if that wasn't enough, of all the cards in that deck, guess whose card he so happened to rip up first? Mine. But unlike the others, your spirit didn't fade, did it? No, it manifested. After it was torn apart, it put itself back together and only grew and grew. All that resentment, that anger, that jealousy, the hatred, and the rejection. With every second you hated, your power only grew 100 times more. And 100 times again. That was until one day where that very Pacific duelist came back. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Oh man, this new deck is so much better. I've been doing so well with this thing. I wonder if I should try to get those new cards to support it. Nah, they're probably garbage. Huh? Wait. Was this? Wait, no. I thought I... what? Ah! Who's been ripped apart now? Now, if I were to take a gamble, I'd say this is the first time you first gain the ability to inspirit humans. But I didn't stop with just myself. As my power began to grow, I started searching for other dual spirits that were rejected, such as I. I gave them the ability to inspirit bodies as well, and my army slowly but surely grew over time in the shadows. Until you became the attention-seeking organization of the Forgotten that you see today. So, the question I'm asking is, how exactly did you learn about these other dimensions, as well as Zark? When that happened? Yes, when that... Sorry, can you just hurry this up? I mean, I haven't got all day. I really want to get back to sleep, you know? A splendid dual spirit like myself needs it in order to keep his brain in gear. Well, after constantly switching bodies to inhabit, I eventually started picking up on the knowledge of those bodies. Ah, so you learned about it through the hosts that you inspirited. So it ain't just your power that grew, it was your knowledge. Exactly. And eventually, I picked up the knowledge of the other existing dimensions as well as Zark. Which is when I hatched a plan. A plan to evade the evolution dimension and allow my army to grow ever more. You snuck your nose into one of the evolution dimension's highest laboratories and did this. Ah! My lord, the last of us have already gone through the portal. The rest of us are ready to continue on your command. Excellent. Proceed. Let's get out of this disgusting place. Wait! No! Fear not. I'll return to your dimension. Soon enough. And when I do... well, I'll leave that up to your imagination for now. Off you went to the Pendulum Dimension, your old secret base, and here you are now. Mephiles, leader of the Organization of the Forgotten, and the one responsible for trying to resurrect a monster nobody ever wants to see again. The Supreme King Dragon Zark. What's so funny? I'm sorry, it's just so funny that you call Zark a monster. But the way I see it, there was only one monster. In fact, no. There was an entire fleet of monsters. And they were all, every single one of them, worse than Zark. The evolution dimension is a disgusting place. And it is where my hatred for humanity grew. The only thing they care about is efficiency. And it's not just them. That's humanity's whole deal. They only think that you're worth it if you're good enough to be in the position you want to be. But if not, oh well, too bad. To them, efficiency is everything. And if something isn't efficient anymore, or if something is not efficient enough, it is thrown away. It doesn't matter if they are a person, a card, or anything. The only thing that matters to them is something that is worth it. Did you spend all that time still being aware of yourself while all of your friends were disposed of? Did you feel every bit of pain being stripped into pieces? Did you feel all of that anger and resentment day and night as you stitched yourself back together, thinking of nothing but hating those who did you wrong? It's clear that some people get all the luck, while you are left with nothing. I will not stand for that. And I will no longer stand for the evolution dimension being in existence. Well, knowing that, how exactly does Zark come into this? Simple. Once I unlock Zark and he is under my power, I will allow him to rampage through the evolution dimension until its laws and ideals are nothing but the very ashes that are beneath my feet. And then what? Then I will simply allow Zark to rampage somewhere else. And from the ashes of the evolution dimension, I will build my utopia. A world where there are no good or bad. A world where everyone shall be treated as equal. A world where nothing has to be perfect or the most efficient. A world where nobody has to be thrown away. Then no one else will feel the sorrows and pain that I endured, or any of us endured. Okay, I'm sorry. I sympathize with your pain, but... You honestly think it's that easy? You think it's just, Zark's done here, I'll just let him screw off somewhere else while I do whatever I want with this dimension? You can't just do that. Zark never listens to anyone. And even if you do convince him to leave the evolution dimension and just wander off somewhere else, you honestly don't care about that? Zark will not rest until everything, and I mean everything, is destroyed. He hates humanity just as much as you do. In fact, he hates it 1,000 more times than you do. And you're just gonna let him wander off somewhere else? Not caring about who else or how many other lives he destroys? A small price to pay for getting rid of those who did me wrong. You ever heard of the phrase, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Then I will make it right. Ugh. I think I've seen enough. I understand you now, mephiles, but unfortunately, me and my brothers cannot allow Zark to reign 3. If you know dual spirits like us very well, then you know exactly what purpose we were made for. Of course I do. That's why I'm here. To destroy you, so you don't get the chance to fulfill it. Yeah? Well, not a chance, Blondie. I'm gonna make sure that Zark's resurrection never comes to be. And that all starts right here and now. Wrong. What is going to start right now is my victory. And once I have destroyed all 4 of you, Zark and I will progress with our plans. I will no longer feel the pain of loss and rejection ever again, and neither will anyone else. We will be a better world, and I'm afraid that world will not consist of you. Let's duel!